587 day that I'm here to share lessons I learn and I'm learning. I hope this also support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about positive emotions. I think that you already know that positive emotions needs to be intentional. That means you need to create intention, you need to put attention into it, and of course you will get your positive emotions. Because a lot of times when people live by default, of course you get a lot of negative emotions. Because negativity is by default, while positivity is by design. So that means if you want to have more positivity in your life, you need to design it. Because our lives is created to protect us from struggles, from negativity, from all the things. So that means we are lookout for bad things. So that means that by default we always will find negativity. But if we want to live a joyful life, full of positivity, we need to be intentional. We need to change our attention and really start designing the way how we live and how we find positive emotions. Now, when I was looking into positive emotions, there are so many emotions that sometimes I even think that I didn't experience for a long time. So today I will share like a huge list of positive emotions that you need to think about. Okay, how I could achieve that emotion, how I could be more positive, and how I achieve all those emotions that really could experience life in a positive way. Now, first of all, let's share 6 things that you could do to really increase your positivity. So the first one is engage self-talk. Now, a lot of times people experience negative emotions because they allow their mind to talk to them. But a lot of times we need to really learn how to self-talk. So that means we need to speak to ourselves, not to listen to ourselves, but speak to ourselves. So that means if your mind is telling you that you're not enough, you need to show proof that you are more than enough and you are capable of more than enough. So that means you need to talk yourself out of negativity. Second is surround yourself with positive influence. That means that it could be people, it could be experiences, it could be hobbies. But of course you need to ask yourself, what do you like? What do you enjoy? Because of course, when you do something that you enjoy, when you surround yourself with people that you enjoy, of course it brings positive emotions. Number 3 is engage in acts of kindness. One of the best, most beautiful positive emotion is when you act in accordance to others, when you add value to others, when you do kind and generous things. So that means you need to find a way how you could be in the service of others. Now, of course, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't have my life together." It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter do you have life together or not. You're still always able to add at least something, a kind word. Kind word is sometimes people. This is just all they need. They have a terrible day, and when you're able to give that encouragement word, that could means everything to them. So it's very, very important. Number 4 is focus on self-care. Of course, if you don't take care of yourself, how are you supposed to be positive about life in general, about yourself? So that means you need to exercise, you need to invest in yourself, you need to invest in yourself in books, in seminars, and really places that you could really grow yourself and meet people that could be more positive in your life. Because most cities have libraries. So that means if you don't have money to buy a book, you're able to go and get a free library book to really borrow and read. There is opportunities if you're just willing to find them. Number 5 is create meaning and purpose. Now, a lot of times people say that you need to find meaning and purpose. But I love that create much, much more. Because find sometimes you are able to be passive. Because I'm not able to find it, so I not do anything. But when you really think that I need to create it, I need to work on it, so it means I take my paper and really work on and try to find. So that means you need to really invest in creating your purpose and meaning. And while you're doing that, of course, that will create a lot of positive emotions. And number 6 is practice mindfulness. And practice mindfulness is a lot of different ways. People pray, people do meditation, but how people do some kind of presence, ability to be able to breath meditation, breath work. There's a lot of different things. But again, like you need to find a way how you could bring those positive emotions. Different person needs different things, but you're able to find what brings positive emotions for you the most. Because as I said, if you will live your life by default, of course you will not live a positive life. But if you will live your life by design, you will be able to attract and bring the emotions that you're looking for. So now I will list 30 positive emotions that I truly believe that you're supposed to have in your life. So joy, happiness, excitement, love, gratitude, serenity, contentment, hope, optimism, elation, amusement, satisfaction, bliss, delight, enthusiasm, empowerment, inspiration, wonder, awe, pride, fulfillment, graciousness, confidence, empathy, serendipity, peacefulness, trust, altruism, curiosity, generosity. There's so many great words. And I think about all those 30 that I mentioned, there's so many things that I don't know if I one last time I experience them. So I will work very hard to really make sure that I design and will find experiences that I could feel those emotions. That's the most beautiful thing when you think about what kind of experience could it bring to feel an emotion. What I like about Joe Dispenza that he's teaching about mind, that you're able to create experience in your mind and start feeling that emotion immediately today. And then of course, because you feel that emotion, you're able to bring experiences later. So I will think about how I could bring those emotions, because positive emotions are much more important than negative. And I think that we need to do a positivity or negativity a budget. See how many hours per day are we negative and how many hours per day are we positive. One thing that I found a lot of times, people believe that they're realistic and they are like, I'm realistic. But who said that you have a right to say what is realistic, what is not? Because a lot of times what they're in their mind is realistic, to be honest, is negative. And then even though they say realistic, the biggest part of the day they spend on negativity. Now, of course, we need to be realistic when we pursue our goals, but at the same time, we need to be realistic in a positive light. That means knowing that we're able to make things happen despite the difficulty we're going through. That really allows us to be much more persistent, resilient, and really moving forward. So I hope that this lesson will really inspire you to really work hard on building your positive budget bigger and bigger, that your life could become more and more joyful. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.